Scones are really easy to make, so let me show you how. It starts with 2 cups of flour. I have whole wheat pastry flour here, but any flour will do. You just don't want whole wheat flour because it's too heavy. But spelt flour, oat flour, those all work fine. And I'm going to use the Cuisinart. You'll figure out why in just a second. So that's that. And then the other dry ingredients that go in here are baking powder, yeah, baking soda, yes, and salt, and some sort of sugar. This is a half a cup of unrefined cane sugar, and it's dark, so it'll give the scones this little freckly look to it. I kind of like that, but if you wanted just a white or a lighter sugar, that's okay too, whatever you like in there. And I'm going to mix it up by pulsing the Cuisinart. Okay, that's that. That was easy, right? Now the next thing that happens is I put the fat in here. And that's why I'm using the Cuisinart, because those blades cut the fat into the flour really nicely. You could do it with knives or a fork or whatever, but this works really well. And I'm using organic butter, but you could use coconut oil. I've done that if you're not doing dairy, and that works just fine.
Hey, Jane, Dad.
Yeah.
Once something goes in the box, it stays in the box,
A little bit at
all
a
right?
time.
Okay.
Love that. So you want this to look kind of like wet sand in there. I'm looking. Looks pretty good, actually. Cuisinart does a fantastic job of cutting that fat into that flour. So once that's all in there, oh, that looks great. Then I'm going to put it in my mixing bowl and add the rest of the ingredients. Do you have a spoon?
It's in the box.
Yeah, but...
Last exception.
Thank you. Okay, so here we go. That all goes in there. Okay. Wash it first, please. And then your fruit goes in. I'm using dried cranberries, but you could use apple, blueberries, raspberries, peaches, mango, whatever you want. And then some strong flavoring. In this case, I have the zest of a whole lemon, which I love that flavor in a scone. But you could use, you know, fresh ginger would be nice in there, or freshly ground, yeah. Cardamom works okay. And I'm going to get that, but this is the point at where you get the fruit mixed in there. Okay, that looks pretty good. Yay! Okay, then the only liquid that goes in there is some buttermilk. And buttermilk is not made from butter. Originally, it was the liquid that was poured off of butter after when it was churning. But now they just take milk and culture it. That means they add good bacteria to it, and that's what gives it that kind of tangy, tart flavor. And it's actually very low in fat, even though it looks like it's thick and rich. And I'm using 3/4 of a cup of buttermilk. And then I'm also going to throw a little lemon extract in there to heighten the lemony flavor of the scone. Okay, so here that comes right in there. Yeah. And then you mix this up, and it's going to start to get a little thick in here. Once it starts getting too thick for the spoon or the spatula to work, then you can just get your hands in there and start forming it into a nice dough. Oh, this is great. This is great. Okay. Okay, once it's like got to be how you doing, Ward?
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Missing a couple of pair of briefs, but otherwise it's fine.
Did you look in the dryer?
Oh, good idea.
So now it's easiest to form the scones on the cookie sheet with the parchment paper. This is going to look kind of sticky and yicky, but it will work just fine. Just wait and watch and see. Here we go. So put that blob on there like that. Yeah. A little bit more. So you get this into a nice flat disc like this, you know, about half an inch thick. And then you're going to cut it into 8 pieces. Do you have a knife? I mean, have you packed the knife? No, probably don't pack the knives till like last. Okay, so I'm going to cut this into 8 pieces. And separate them, and then I'll bake them at 350 degrees for 25 minutes. Okay, it's last scone for a while.
Goodbye, home.
Goodbye, scone.
Goodbye, oven.
Goodbye, phone.
Goodbye, tea kettle.
Goodbye, clock.
Goodbye, home.